Good afternoon, Freshies and Uplas. Nakain na ba kayo? I hope you're all well, safe, and sane wherever you are. Right now, we would like to remind everyone to secure your attendance by typing your last name, underscore first name, underscore year level in the chat box. Again, we would like to remind everyone to secure your attendance by typing your last name, underscore your first name, underscore your year level in the chat box. So sit back and relax because we'll start the 2022 Freshie Orientation in a few minutes.
So, hello everyone. Again, we would like to remind all of you to secure your attendance by typing your last name, underscore your first name, underscore year level in the Zoom chat box. So, thank you.
Hello. Reminding again everyone to please secure your attendance by typing your last name, underscore first name, underscore year level in the chat box. Again, please secure your attendance by typing your last name, underscore first name, underscore year level in the chat box. Thank you.
Okay, so again, for those who just got here in our Zoom meeting, kindly secure your attendance by typing your last name underscore first name underscore year level.
Please stand by because we will start the 2022 Freshie orientation in a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, freshies and feeling freshies, good afternoon and welcome to Premiere, a guide towards your BSA journey. I am Angela Shane Fodra.
And I am Pauline Marie Arispe, and we are your hosts for today's event. Before we begin, let us all take a moment of silence for our opening prayer to be followed by the Philippine National Anthem.
Every anxious thought that steals my breath, it's a heavy weight upon my chest. As I lie awake and wonder what the future will hold, help me to remember that you're in control. You're my courage when I worry in the dead of night. You're my strength 'cause I'm not strong enough to win this fight. You are greater than the battle raging in my mind. I will trust you, Lord. I will fear no more.
Once again, good afternoon to each and everyone. Also, we are very grateful that we have with us our supportive faculty and staff from the College of Management and Accounting Department. Good afternoon po, ma'am and sir. We are truly excited to welcome you, our lovely and amazing and fresh na freshies for this year.
Welcome to UPV BS in Accountancy Program, mga minamahal naming scholars ng bayan. So finally, it is great to have all of you here along with your professors, manongs and manangs.
And by the way, I want to encourage you guys to turn on your cameras so we can see you and your reactions kahit virtual lang.
And also, please feel free to use the Zoom chat box as well as its reactions features anytime to engage with us this afternoon. And since you're also live on YouTube and Facebook, we just want to say hi to the rest of the crowd na nanonood sa atin ngayon.
Plug ko lang right now yung channel natin sa YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to UPV JPIA and hit the notification bell to be notified of JPIA's latest updates and videos on YouTube. To further know who and from what batch our crowd is for this event, let's have an attendance check for you guys are present. You may chat in the chat box or give your virtual reactions.
Okay, so first, let's start with our batch 21. So from batch 21, guys, can you send your reactions or even emojis lang kahit sa Zoom chat box dito sa actual Zoom meeting natin. So where are from batch 21, guys? Mga from batch 21, asan na kayo, guys? Asan na ang mga reactions nyo? Okay pa ba kayo dyan? Hindi pa nakakakain ang batch 21 natin, Shane. Okay, so, asan na mga reactions from batch 21? Kahit heart reacts pa lang dyan, guys, to our second year, batch 21. So, hello.
Hello, Ren. So, eto, feel ko pang malakasan to. Hindi magpapahuli ang batch cornets. So, show us some reactions, batch cornets. Yes. Hello, Kers.
Okay, so kitang-kita natin ang mga reactions ng batch cornets. Yan, may nakita ng mga rap. Napakaraming heart reacts, mukhang energized sila ngayon.
Yes. So, thank you so much, batch cornets.
Okay, so next up, papahuli pa ba ang batch la 19? So, asan na po ang mga ang reacts dyan? Or heart reacts pa lang from batch la 19? So hello po to everyone. Okay, so thank you, batch 19.
And of course, our super seniors, the Batch Pi. Present ba kayo dyan, Batch Pi? Okay.
Okay, so thank you. And of course, we will welcome the star of our event. Syempre, asan na kayo ang ating mga freshies? So hi mga freshies. So send naman your reactions or any chat lang sa ating Zoom chat box. Okay, so nakikita natin, mayroong blue heart, red hearts. Yan na, we are sending their reactions. So again, welcome sa inyo freshies. So thank you. Okay, so we can see naman that you guys are present here. So as for today's event, we want you to know that there are a lot of exciting activities and even an awaiting gift specifically for you freshies that you should definitely look forward to. So please stay tuned until the end para malaman kung ano-ano ang mga yon.
And there we have it. It is great to see everyone and their reactions as their batch is being called. Dapat lang na madama natin ang energy ng bawat isa, right, Pao?
That is true indeed, Shane. And I'm sure that they will be able to keep their spirits up right until the end because, again, there are a lot of exciting things that you should look forward for this afternoon.
And to formally welcome all of us in this event, may we call on our diligent and devoted Dean, Attorney Christopher Honorario. Let's all give a warm virtual applause to Dean Honorario.
Thank you, Angela. Good after. Can you hear me?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to our energetic JPIA officers and to the faculty from the Department of Accounting of the College of Management, and of course, especially to our freshies. No? Good afternoon, everyone. I am pleased, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you, especially our freshmen, our fresh person to the College of Management, to our BS in Accountancy degree program. You are taking the first step in achieving your dream of becoming a CPA. I hope na lahat kayo you're taking BS in accountancy because of you want to be a CPA. May I see the hands of those who do not want to be a CPA? Abe, matanaw ko. Sino hindi gusto maging CPA? Wala man. Kay kung may ara na mag-raise ang hand, ipa-shift ko na siya lagi, subong. Okay, so our objective, why we are here in this program is because we want to pursue, we want to achieve that dream of becoming a certified public accountant. Okay, and as my advice to all of you, in order to graduate in this program, it will require having the right attitude and will entail a lot of sacrifices. I can assure you that we have a supportive faculty from the Department of Accounting to assist and guide you in achieving your dream. But remember, our role as your teacher is only 1%. No, 1% lang gid ang amon contribution. The remaining 99% will be your contribution. Okay, so and I look forward to seeing all of you in the classroom, hopefully next semester. And Professor Palacios Mampay will discuss to you all other the academic matters related to our BS accountancy program. And that's it. Thank you and welcome again to our freshmen. Angela? Sorry, but I have to leave now. I will be attending another meeting, so I cannot stay. But Mampay and the rest of the faculty of the Department of Accounting will be here. Welcome again, freshmen, fresh persons.
Sir, yes. Is it okay po, sir, to have a photo op first po, sir?
Sure. Sige.
Okay, so we would like to request everyone to please turn on your cameras for our photo op with Dean Honorario. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, it's okay na po. Thank you po, Sir Tope.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so thank you, sir. So what heartwarming and inspiring speech that was. So thank you so much, Sir Tupe.
Okay pa ba ang lahat? Um, to break the ice, we'll have a short game muna. And guess what? It is accompanied by a cash prize. So ano pang hinihintay nyo? Ready your keyboard warrior self to win prizes.
And short announcement lang pala, guys. Only the participants here in our Zoom meeting can participate in our games because we will make use of the Zoom chat box for answers. So if you want to join for the next game, log in na kayo and join us here sa Zoom. So shout out po pala sa mga viewers namin on Facebook and YouTube Live and sana masaya kayong lahat and masarap yung ulam nyo kanina, syempre.
Okay, so I think everybody is ready na for the first game this afternoon's event. It is entitled Guess the Emoji. We give the virtual floor to Sam and Nang Kelsey. Guys, take it away.
So good afternoon, Freshies! Kumusta naman kayo dyan? So before we start the orientation, let us have a game muna para ma-increase natin ang excitement, di ba guys? So our game would be Guess the Emoji and ang category natin is movies. So next slide, please. So here are the mechanics. So once the emoji is flashed on the screen, the participants can now start typing their answers in the Zoom chat box. So the first player to message sa Zoom wins the point. So mag-wait tayo kay Manang niya Sam para siya ma-confirm kung sino yung nauna. And the participants can only win once. So have fun, guys. Next slide, please. So ready na ba kayo dyan? Handa na yung mga keyboards nyo and para makatype na kayo sa answers. So trial muna guys ha, isa lang. Sige, go. Uy, ang bibilis nyo mag-chat ah. Okay, Manang Sam. Okay, pero trial muna to guys ha. Sige, let's start na our proper game. Ready?
It's the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain.
Wala pa bang answers dyan? Wala pa. Sige, try to guess the emoji, guys.
I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long
Okay, Manang Sam, may winner na ba tayo?
stand by me. And
Okay, so si Joyce Sheila ang winner sa first na emoji. So, ang title ng movie is Ocean's 11. Okay, proceed tayo sa next. You can now start typing your answers. Hoy, ang bilis nilang lahat, oh. Manang Sam, pa-confirm please kung sino yung nauna. So, ang winner natin para sa second na emoji is si Ava Solis. So, ang movie is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So, proceed tayo sa next, guys. Ito, easy lang to. Okay, Manang Sam, may winner na ba? Okay. So, winner natin is si Jerry Maya. So, natitake note namin yung winners, guys, ha? Okay, so ang movie is Titanic. Next. Ay, ang bibilis mag-type ng mga freshies natin ah. Manang Sam, okay. So, ang winner natin is si Karen Kath or Keith. Okay, si Karen. So, ang movie is Harry Potter. Oh, eto. You can now start guessing. Sige, try pag-guess. I'm reading the comments. May nakasagot na pero parang partial pa lang yung point. So we need the full talaga. I think I saw na isa ka winner. Pa-confirm na lang please, Manang Sam. Okay. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I think that is the... Ayun na pala yung last. So thank you for participating. So winners, mag-message kami sa inyo after sa orientation. Thank you!
Thank you, Sam and Nang Kelsey. Did you guys enjoy our game? Congratulations sa mga nanalo, and dun sa mga hindi nanalo, better luck next time. Grabe talaga yung energy ng crowd natin, ano, Pao?
Sa true lang, Shane, grabe, kitang-kita natin ang pagiging keyboard warriors ng ating crowd for this afternoon. Mukhang alive na alive ang ating science family, ah. But wait, there's more, guys! Hindi lang pag-games ang magpapa-alive sa atin ngayong hapon na ito. I know you need a short break, so we shall listen to a very special number for one of our JPIA officers. So we are very proud to introduce to you guys the Vice President for Logistics, the Idol Philippines worthy, X-Factor worthy, at ang aming napakagaling na si Rain Bulatao. So let's all cheer for her as we give a virtual round of applause.
Suwari ko'y lumipas na ang kadiliman ng araw at dahan-dahan pang gumigising at ngayon pampawi na muntik na nasanay ako sa aking pag-iisa. Kaya na iwanan ang bakas ng kahapon ko. Tuloy pa rin ang awit ng buhay ko. Nagbago man ang hugis ng puso mo. Handa akong hamunin ng aking mundo pagkat tuloy pa rin. Kung minsan ay di nahanap ang alaala ng iyong halin, inaamin ko na kay tagal pa bago malilimutan ito. Dahil hirap nang maulit muli ang naiwan nating pag-ibig. Tanggap na at natututo pang harapin ang katotohanan ito. Tuloy pa rin ang awit ng buhay ko. Pagbago man ang hugis ng puso mo. Handa na akong hamunin ang aking mundo pagkat tuloy pa rin, tuloy pa rin. Muntik na nasanay kahapon ko. Tuloy pa rin ang awit ng buhay ko. Nagbago man ang hugis ng puso mo. Handa na kong hamunin ang aking mundo, pagkat tuloy pa rin, tuloy pa rin.
Thank you, Rain. That was so good. Science are indeed talented, guys. Do you agree, Pao?
Of course, Shane. Magpapahuli pa ba tayong mga science? Siyempre hindi.
And speaking of how talented and spectacular UPV JPNs are, the next part will surely help us in witnessing the excellence of science family in different academic and non-academic aspects.
So, are you ready to meet the people who will be with you throughout your BSA journey? Ang makakasama mo sa hirap at ginhawa, through highs and lows, and syempre, through budulan and bordagulans?
This certain segment is one of the most anticipated and exhilarating parts of our event. Do you know what it is, Pao?
Syempre naman, Shane, it is none other than the introduction of the 4 houses in UPV JPIA. This is the time where we get to know these groups of people, what certain characteristics and trademarks they have, and a lot more.
Well, I know the prefects are all excited to introduce their respective houses. So without further ado, let's start with the introduction of the noble house of Barfield. Let's give them a virtual round of applause.
I got this girl, she don't go to school. I got this girl, she don't go to work because she twerk, cause she twerk, cause she twerk, twerk, twerk. Turn up, bitch. I got this girl, she don't go to school.
Paano ko sabihin?
Masagana.
I got this girl.
I can't wait to meet you.
Teka lang, huwag mong isipin na hindi ka sapat, bagkat hinaya mo rin ang lahat.
Girl, you make the stars collide, and I don't know what I did to get lucky like.
Paano ko sabihin?
As such, and their manangs and manangs are very friendly, welcoming, supportive, and of course,
As in bubbly. So, masasabi ko isa ito sa mga traits ng mga taga Barfield, full of cheerful, high spirits.
It would be fun.
family.
Sa Barfield, masaya lang kami, masayang nagiinuman, masayang nagkwentuhan at masayang nagsasalo-salo sa hapagkainan man o sa chismisan.
Hello, baby science! We are the Barfield Prefects,
and we are excited to welcome the future Bigaons to the noble house of Barfield!
Grabe naman yon, Barfield. Super energetic. Thank you so much, Barfield. So next up is the Royal House of Rishu.
At this point, let me introduce to you our humble abode. Reigning champion among the houses, the noble, the mighty, and the legendary. Individually and cooperatively, its members display resourcefulness and creativity. Coping with their internal and external activities, they work with ingenuity. Compared to others, they establish their images as being quiet and low-key, holding many roles and responsibilities, contending in competitions as well as rivalries. Its members earned recognitions, manifesting their cunningness, intelligence, and expertise. Usually perceived as serious and mysterious, however, they can work with others harmoniously. They are highly ambitious, yet they always make their dreams and aspirations into reality. Excellence is expected from its peasants, upgraded ones, dukes and duchesses, and to its royalties. All hail the Royal House of RICCH Rishu.
Hello. Am I audible ba? Can anyone? Okay, thank you. May nakita ako mga thumbs up. Virtual and physical. Chat na. Okay, to start, I would just like to introduce myself. I am Gabe John Armasada, Prefect of Rishu for year 2020. Ano year? 2020.
Last year.
Oh, last year, 2021, 2022. Sorry, getting old na bit. So, since wala ang amo niya prefect right now, medyo busy. Siyempre, yung mga reshuda, mga agenda. So, ako na lang ang take over. So, next slide, please. Ang Tagalog na pala. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Waygan. Waygan yung nag-ano sa akin. Thank you. Okay, Royal Flares. Sa mga di nakakaintindi dyan, excuse me, Google nyo na lang yung flares. Pero basically, flares ang skills. Skills po namin or yung mga traits namin. First is ang cunning. Cunning in a good sense. Nasabi nga ng ano namin, mysterious and serious daw kami. Pero parang minsan, paas-ahas din. Pero yes, I claim, mga liars po kami. Next slide, please. Resourceful. I believe this is one of our best traits. We can make anything out of anything. Oh. Okay, wala na. Ganun. Next, please. We are creative. As you can see sa slide namin, as you can see sa voice ko. So mga sinasabi ko, creative talaga kami. And you will see more in the future. Next, please. And I believe this is our last flare here, ingenious. I'm not really sure. What meaning nito? I believe it's derived from the word genius. sorry, hindi pa ako nag-prepare ng slides na ito. So, yes, genius naman po kami talaga. Thank you. Oh, syempre, it's time. As you all know, nasabi na ng prefect namin last time, kami yung house champion. Syempre, reigning, other than just the fact na kami yung house champion last year, we are also the house that holds the most number of house champions ever in history. Kahit na kami yung last house na nakapanalo ng House Cup, kami pa rin yung nagsistand na the only house to have hold the House Cup champion or the House Cup na championship title for 4 years. So baka naman next year, back-to-back kami ulit. So these are some of the non-academic triumphs. Ayan, si Manong New Joshua and si Kuya New Prime. Sila yung mga non-academic people namin. Of course, yours truly. Well, ang atak naman ng tech natin, pero yours truly. Thank you, Tech. Next, please. Ayan. And of course, one of your batchmates, mga batchmates niyo from batch 21, nakaabot sila ng regional competitions and national competitions as well. And we have, syempre, not only serious and mysterious people, but we have beautiful people as well, as shown by our next slide. Ayan, ang ating fresh encounter best Q&A and our fresh icon for 2021 galing yan sa House of Virtue. Thank you, Danielle, for the house points pala. May pa shout out. Next, please. Ayan, ay sorry. PH na pala to. Move na lang tayo sa next slide. PH na pala to siya. Next slide, please. Ayan, ang other non-academic triumphs. Of course, a regional media convention. Maraming, kayo na magbasa guys, just check our page, Royal House of Virtue, para makita niyo yung mga namin, mga winnings namin. Next slide please. Next, so please. And of course, hindi lang kami sa non-academics. A fact lang. Kailangan ko naman mag-brag about it. Pero kami yung may pinakamalaking academic points last year. Siyempre dahil to sa mga people. Hindi na kami kasama dun, no? May mga matatalino talaga dyan, pero hindi na ako kasama dun. Ayan, kita mo na yung mga andyan. Hindi na sa official top 10, pero IH na pala yung isa dyan. Next again. Baka another violation of the Ayan, and my batchmates. Very, very proud of my batchmates. Si ate niya Abigail and si manang yung Angel. Also, hindi ata na-include dito yung other than our batch pie, of course. Sila yung usually na nagbibigay ng points namin for the ACADS. Hindi ata na-include dito sa slide. Pero the most recent or the last top-notcher sa board is galing din sa Rishu. So, feeling ko din, galing din sa Rishu yung the next top-notcher. So, pina-pressure yung batch pie. Pero yes, batch pie, please naman. baka kasi, totoo kasi, ganito din kasi yung presentation namin last year and nagtotoo din na nanalo kami ng house point, ng house cup. So, baka totoo din, di ba? Magdilang anghel ako, di ba? Next slide, please. Ayan, overall champion. And lastly, I would like to introduce our royal officers for this year. Yung nag-speech kanina, yung super mysterious and super serious natin na Royal King, si Sir John Claude Eliema. John Claude Eliema yun na, hindi Rosal. Tama ba? Wait lang. Hindi ko sure. Mysterious nga, di ba? Yan. Mysterious. Hindi ako din sure sa last name ng ating Royal King. Next for the Royal Equerry, ang second person in command, si ating Nilayan. The next is our princess. Pinakamaganda nating si Miss Rachel Soyko. And yung ating prince, si Kuya ni Mark Akulwe. For academic affairs, si Kuya New Yours. And for your non-academic affairs, ang ating Mary, Holy Mary, Angel Grace, Juliano Mother, Holy Mary Mother. And for our royal script, we have your manang Trisha. We have for finance, we are looking for sponsorships. So shout out na ako ngayon, sponsorships. Diba live to sa FB ni Miss President? Yes, live to sa FB. Hanap po kami ng sponsorship. Pwede din po from other houses. Thank you po. Next slide, please. Yours truly. Kilala niyo na ako, oh my God. Next. At si Kuya, you search for your public relations. And I believe that's the last for the officers of this year. And ending statement, feeling ko kaya na nga kami pa din. May timer na. Thank you po.
Okay, so that was really impressive. So thank you, Rishu. So next up, we have the legendary House of Skousen.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Am I audible? So thank you very much. So rising from the depths of the sea, reaching to the shores, the legends have arrived. Waves at you, UPV JPIA. I am Vince, the legendary prefect of the legendary House of Scousen. Since I have a limited time, so let me synthesize that. Once upon a time, in the depths of the ocean, a legend is born named K. Fred Skousen. Because of his skills in accounting, the legendary house is born. Now that generations have passed, the legendary orb is passed to the new generation. The orb of perfectionism, hardworking, calmness, and organization. Almost every time we tend to be observant. Sorry. So this is the legendary house of Scousen. So who are we? We are perfectionists. Almost every time we tend to be observant, even to the minute detail of things. We are also hardworking, and as hardworking people, we always strive to be excellent and we put the extra in Scousen. We are calm. We are also known to be the chillest house, not because we're cold, but we're cool, calm, and collected. Despite the hustle and bustle of the outside world, we remain intact and collected. Lastly, as a trait really defines us, we are organized as we do have a compartmentalized mind, consequential of our chillness. Lastly, as legends that emerge from the depths of the ocean, we are the wettest house. Skausen, ga, basa, ka, basa, basa, skausen. And as hardworking people, we have everything. We have a lot to offer to you. So what we have are the following. We are academic achievers. As hardworking people, we persevere to be leaders in academics, starting with the forerunners in academics. The last academic year, just look how many people or how many from the House of Skousen have gone in the top 10 of the academics. So from the different batches, from batch 21, batch na 19, batch cornets, and of course, our super seniors, 5 out of 10, diba? 50% get halin sa awon nga house ang top-notchers. Manifesting top-notchers. Also, 4 out of 5 of the Phoenix members of this prestigious competition are from the House of Skousen, namely, ng Mary Rose, ng Bunch, ng Kate, and of course, ng Mark. Okay, next. Asap again, UPV Asset JP or UPJP Asset Top 25 Delegate is also from the House of Skousen, only from the House of Skousen, ng Mark Saga. Additionally, PNA Grant Thornton Outstanding Accounting Students of the Philippines, one of the 2 accounting students in the Philippines, is from the House of Skousen, ng Kate Basso. Siyempre, damo-damo, kay kung maubos na niyan time, kay 4 minutes na lang ho, 4 minutes lang amon time, ihambagid na mo. Siyempre, move on kami sa non-academics. We are also leaders in non-academics, as the former EH president is also from the House of Skousen. Sinong Mark. And of course, the current, one of the top 3, Ariman Dire, from the House of Skousen, is of course, ambassadors of goodwill. 2 out of 3 in the past 3 years came from the House of Skousen. Siyempre, the dashing Clyde Hortensio, diba? Mr. AOG 2021, Regional Mid-Year Convention, Mr. AOG, and the National Ambassador of Goodwill, first runner-up, also from the House of Skousen, Clyde Hortensio. And from the year 2019 or 2020, 2019, yes. Also from the House of Skousen, Mr. AOG, first runner-up, our former prefect, Nong Han. And, akala nyo tapos na. Wait, as we also enjoy different social events. As one of our social events back then, face-to-face pa, is the baby shower or the housewarming. So these are some of the photographs that were taken. Also Akwet, other Chai. So those are the ang ginahahatag nga traits sa aton. Pero not fond of facing the crowd daw. Pero naging side cheerleader ang duwa ni Kasausen. Yours truly. And the former prefect is also a side cheerleader here sa cheering 2019. Static or unexciting ko, no? Diba? One of our is also to serve the public or to serve the people. So we also have members of the legendary house na nag-serve the public service. This is one of our officers or the legendary associates, the Yan Cathedral. So wait lang, ang introduction of prefects will be posted on our page. And lastly, hindi ko na party person, introvert, shy. Proof, number 1, academics din namon nga. Academics din namon. nga prefect and also a consistent topper. So partially muted lang due to data privacy concerns. So to our fellow science, Barfield, Rishu, and Megan, may we have another year of healthy competition. Benevolent, cunning, brave, and hardworking, every house possesses them all. It is just a matter of which house possesses them best. May the best house win, and may the legendary house win. Looking forward for a future year ahead, and fruitful year ahead. Continue pursuing excellence alongside honor as your compass. From the legendary House of Skousen, welcome to UPV Science, our future CPAs. So this is your prefect, perfectly yours, your prefect, Vince, from the legendary House of Skousen. Thank you.
So that was great, Skousen. Masyado niyo namang ginalingan. Thank you po. And we are down to the last house, the last but not the least, the mighty house of Weigand.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me well? Okay, so good afternoon once again, everyone. I think familiar na ang face na to sa inyo, right? By the way, I am your Manang Rica Jalingaes, and since hindi po available today ang ating prefects, I will be presenting only the mighty house of Wake. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, ang mighty house of Wake daw is home of the fiercest, the dauntless, and the passionate. Bakit nga ba, no? Well, ang Wigant lang naman in a sense, mga palaaway, palaban, but friendly and approachable also. Hindi lang halata sa mukha namin, but we also like making friends. Also, for those na enjoy nila ang pag-join ng sports, well, you are looking at the house na may pinakamaraming contribution sa science during the Pahampang. So for your information, there was one team in Pahampang, I think it's the swimming team, na most likely Wigan team na rin sila. Kasi ang members nila, most of them are Wigan. So also, more than 50% of all the teams na nagre-represent sa science ay coming from the House of Wigan. Also, we are student leaders. Okay, next slide please. Student leaders in a sense na maraming slides po ang allotted for officers only. We have your Manang Tija Castrense, the Regional Council President of NFJPIA Region 6, your manang Jessa May Havilla, President ng CMIG, also yours truly, the Science Governor, which is, by the way, for the past years, nanggagaling po sa Wigant ng Science Governor. So, rule na po yun. Next slide, please. We also have your manang Shaz, the Prefect of Wigant and the Regional Secretary General of NFJPIA Region 6. Medyo dalhin natin to, no? Kasi marami pa. Karen Kate Hacomilia, Regional Vice President for Audit. We also have your manang Aliza Jan Villabert. Akala niya magre-rest na daw siya for this year, but nasa execom pa rin siya ng science. Next slide, please. We also have your manang Nomi Ariglado, Sec Gen of the UPV JPIA. Meaning, hindi ko naman sinasabi na almost 50% ng officers ng JPIA this year ay galing sa Wigant. Namimigay po talaga kami ng members. Ganun kami give generous also. We also have your manang Kelsey Villabert, the fourth-year Consul General, and syempre the top scorer lang naman ng UPV Women's Volleyball Team, last hampang, andito siya sa side ko. Also your manang Samantha Lagura, the second-year Consul General of UPV JPIA, is from Wigant. Next slide, please. Maubos tayo pa sa officers pa lang. Next slide. Okay, we have your manang Pauline, ang host nyo for this afternoon, the Director for Non-Academics, manang Maria Diana Isabel Tambong, your VP for Research and Documentation, and Christine May Santos, your VP for Membership. Next, meron pa ba, Wigant? Ay, sorry. Kung meron pong rich na mga person sa Barfield, meron pong House Cup champs daw, back-to-back, I'm not sure, kasi hindi naman papayag ang Wigant. And we also have your nag-excel daw sa ACADS, ang Scousen. Well, in Wigant, meron po lahat. Okay, ganun po tayo. We have the achievers, ayan, batch la 19. Kung sa batch 5, medyo na 0 tayo dahil naubos po ng Scousen. Pero sa batch la 19, top 1, ayan po, your manang Jessa May Havilio. Top 1 overall. We have the batch Cornets, also top 1 again. Ay, your manang Karen Kate Camelia. Nagre-react na po yung ibang prefects sa likod, pero never mind them. Just look at me. We also have your batch 21. Top 1 lang naman. O, yan. Next slide, please. Meron pa ba? My gosh. Okay, ay, may alumni pa. Okay, alumni, as you can see, the faces flash sa screen. Those are, kung loudest lang naman, mga loudest. The only po, your manong Edmar Bandoja, yes. He's a magna cum laude for the past, ang recent lang po na nag-graduate na 5th year. Coming from the mighty house of Wigant also. The previous prefect din, we have your manang Jasra de Gides sa my left side. And ang sa baba, also one of the CMSC officers before, we have your manang Carenza Marie Gonzalez. And ngayon, puro CPA na po sila. Also, kung may Finex po yung ibang houses, meron din naman po kaming Finex. So before, it was 2 out of 3, pero ngayon po, sige, pagbibigyan po ang Scousen. Okay. Okay, so to know more about your prefects for this year, let us watch this video presentation made by them.
Hello, Freshies! May nagtanong na ba sa inyo kung kumain na kayo? Kung wala pa, aba, bawal magpagutom ha! I'm your Manang Shazli, but you can call me Manang Shazli. Is the current Regional Council President of NFJPIA R6, also your Wigant Prefect. Big time, di ba, Kit? Oy, grabe, hindi naman. Pero this ain't about us. This event is all about you, Freshies. Hi mga bagong scholar ng bayan, I'm your Ate Kit, the resident yawa of the mightiest house. Ang tanong ay, excited na ba mag-aral ang mga bata? O excited na ba magpayawa ang mga bata? Bilang inyong prefect, itabi mo, kami na ang magdedesisyon sa buhay ninyo. As a resident yawa, I'm so excited to be an avenue of opportunities to you guys. Unfortunately, due to current restrictions of the hybrid setup, we won't be able to meet with you in person. But that won't hinder us, obviously, from getting to know you all and develop bonds with you as we embark the BSA journey together. I can't contain my happiness and excitement to know who will be the new Wagant babies or Way babies of the bravest and the most passionate house.
Continue to ignite the blazing spirit within you.
Maligayang pagbati mga bagong scholar ng bayan!
Okay, I hope na naka-catch na kayo ng glimpse somehow no, of kung sino yung prefect ng Wagan for this year. For the closing statement, it is not made the best house win, or kung yung issue in their case is sila pa din, or in Barfield kami naman, but this time Wagan and Wagan alone na magiging house cup champions for this year. That's all. Thank you and good afternoon.
Okay, so talagang pinakita nila na hindi sila magpapahuli. So thank you very much, Wagan. But before anything else, we acknowledge the presence of our professor, Maria Piedad Palacios. So good afternoon, ma'am. Okay, so all right. So those are the 4 houses in UPV JPIA. Who will bag the championship this year?
Will it still be from Michoud, from Barfield, from Skousen, or Wigan? We shall find that out at the end of this academic year.
Okay, so everyone, are you guys still holding up? So let's see some comments and reactions from you guys in the Zoom chat box if you're still there. Okay, so andyan pa ba kayo? Ayan, we can see some reactions. Are you still there?
Okay, may mga heart, may mga orange. Ayan. Hi, hello din. Okay, so it looks like you're still here pa naman. Again, only Zoom participants are allowed to join the games. Paunahan lang po tayo mag-chat here sa Zoom box to win the prizes. So let's call on Ange and Rain to hype up our participants here sa Zoom to introduce our second game entitled Read My Lips.
Thank you, Shane and Pao. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Freshies. I am your manang Angeli, and here with me is your manang Rain.
Yes. Hello everyone.
May energy pa ba ang Freshies natin? Kindly react a heart emoji sa ating Zoom meeting if ready na kayo.
Okay, so ready na kayo? Okay, yun. Meron naman ng Ange. Marami nang nagre-react. So I guess you're all ready. Game is entitled Read Your Lips. So our category for this game is about accounting or accounting concepts. So now your manang Ange will read to you the mechanics of this game.
All right. For our game mechanics, the game All right, for our mechanics, the game masters will mute their microphones so no one hears them. Participants, which are you, Freshies, must pay attention to the game masters to get the correct answer. All answers must be sent to the Zoom chat box after we say go. The first person to guess the word right wins a special prize. Participants are only allowed to win once.
Okay. Okay, so thank you, Manang Ange, for the mechanics. Before we start, we'll have our trial round first. So we will repeat the word or the words. 2 words lang naman siya. If hindi siya 1 word, syempre 2 words. Okay, so you need to pay close attention to what we will say. Okay, kasi 3 words, thrice lang namin isa-say yung word. Okay, let's start. I will mute myself para hindi nyo yung sasabihin ko. Okay, let's start. This is only trial round ha, so okay.
All right, I think the correct answer na tayo.
So yun lang may mic. Yun lang, ganun lang kadali guys, kaya-kaya niya. So let's start na for our first round, okay? Just pay close attention to what I will say. Oh, by the way, this is 2 words. So 2 words po yung first round natin.
Go.
Wow! Ang gagaling. Okay, so Manang Ange, sino po yung winner natin?
I think the first person to answer after go is K Rain Katubig. Congratulations.
Mine is Aldrin. After ng go kayo. So please, after ng go po kayo, mag-send ng inyong answer. Okay? Okay. We will take note na the first winner. Next round. Go Manang Ange.
Okay, mag-unmute na po ako.
Go.
All right, I think the correct answer, our winner is Claire Marie Habla.
The answer is accounting cycle. Tama.
Okay, for our next word.
Our next word is only 1 word, okay? So I'll mute myself now. Go. Leadership. Okay, the correct answer is inventory, and Aldrin got it. Thank you. For our 4th round, Manang Ange. Go, Manang Ange.
Go na.
Okay, go.
Okay, I think we have a winner. Congratulations, Bea Duya. Our word is cash flow. For our next round, Manang Rain.
Okay, for our last round, 1 word again. Okay, I'll mute na. Go. Okay, so I guess we'll have the winner now. The correct answer is revenue. And Renee Jose Cada got it. Manang Ange?
Okay, so I guess that's the end of our game. I hope everyone had fun, and we will contact our winners after the program. So thank you very much, Freshie.
Thank you.
Okay, so to all the winners of game 2, congratulations to you guys. And to those who didn't win, don't worry because UPV JPIA has a lot in store for you in the future events, so stay tuned.
I hope you were all energized and ready for the next part of the event because this is one of the main highlights of this program. Do you know what it is, Pao?
Yes, and we should not make everyone wait because at this juncture, Let us hear the first year CG applicants as they introduce themselves to their co-freshies. So disclaimer, applicants are arranged in no specific order. To start with, our first applicant, let us all give a warm welcome to Karil, Kate, and Puesto.
So, hello everyone. I am Karel Kate Antipuesto, always at your service. I believe in the saying that every accomplishment starts with a decision to try. With that, I am here talking to all of you as a candidate for the first year Consul General. I can assure you that your queries and also concerns will be heard. I will represent us and serve you with my extreme efforts. I will do and initiate things that are beneficial not just for you, but for the whole organization. Don't be afraid. If I'll be the chosen one to represent us, all of you will be seen and heard. Again, Carol Kate Antipuesto as your representative dahil kita kita, I see you and I will prioritize you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karil. Thank you so much for applying for Consul General. So next up is Claire Marie Habla.
Hello, am I audible po ba?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
So, hello everyone. Before I formally introduce myself, I believe that some of you already have a preconceived idea of who I am because of the Bring Me game that we had in the UPV CMGC. And yes, I am that girl who sent the picture of a torn black underwear, which I'd like to reiterate that it was not mine. But for what it's worth, I earned money because of it. So you could say BSA is really meant for me. Anyway, you might think that I'm just another goofball, but now allow me to put my best foot forward. After all, that's what campaigning is all about. I am Claire Marie O'Habla. I graduated in St. Lorenzo's School of Palomaloc Incorporated, and I am from Palomaloc, South Cotabato. And as you may now all know, I am vying for the position of first year Consul General. And I hope all of you would still have an open mind on why you should give me a shot to obtain this position. I was the president back in my elementary school, secretary during my high school years, and the feature editor of our school publication. Since then, I have been a consistent honor student, and when it comes to societal aspects, I was a Rotary Club awardee, and I take part in outreach programs, community visits, and other social responsibilities. I believe that my collective experience and personality will help me achieve the main purpose of this position to represent our batch and hear out each and every one of you, my fellow freshies. However, I'm not just planning to become the voice of our batch. Rather, I intend to help everyone grow and unleash their potential to discover their own voice and to make it heard. This way, a sense of belongingness will be instilled in the UPV JPIA community and UP as a whole. I belong here in UP, you belong here in UP, and we all belong here in UP. That is why I am and always have been an advocate of service that fosters a community where interdependence is the priority. We are not each other's competition, rather, we are each other's family. I am not promising that I will be the perfect first year consul general if given the chance. But what I can promise is that I will always give my best to this community while having everyone's best interest in mind. And it would be an absolute honor to serve all of you. And that is why I am humbly asking for your support to vote for me during the elections. Once again, I am Claire. Let's all uphold the never supreme spirit and say it with me, Lagit lagi para sa bayan. Thank you and good afternoon.
So wow, thank you so much for that, Claire. Okay, so next up we have our third candidate for first year Consul General. We have Ariana K. Pinzon. So let's give her a virtual round of applause.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes po, you're audible.
Thank you. My name is Ariana K. Pinzon, but you can call me Ari or Yana. If you know me, you know that I spent most of my years in UP High School as the photojournalist and layout artist of our student publication. I am never my camera because I love documenting school events, collaborating with people for projects, and most importantly, serving as an informant to the student body. At first, I was perfectly content with just being an active member, but over time, working with and being surrounded by leaders has awakened a similar spirit in me, a spirit for service. That is why I am shooting my shot and asking you to vote for me as first year Consul General in the UPV Junior Philippine Institute of Accountants. I am passionate, can work well under pressure, and I'm always willing to improve my communication, teamwork, and organization skills as a leader and a follower. While I may still have little leadership experience under my belt, what I do have is experience in being a team player and an effective follower, which is just as important in becoming your eyes, ears, and voice in the elder house. As your aspiring first year consul general, I will make sure that as freshmen, you will be represented within the BSA community. Once again, to the organizers, to my fellow applicants and classmates, thank you so much for this opportunity and I hope you vote wisely.
Thank you so much, Ariana. We hear you loud and clear. And now we are down to the last two candidates. And Sobre Todo for her speech.
Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes po.
Okay, thank you. Good day, everyone. My name is Maureen Ann White Sobretado, and I am running for the position of being JPIA's first-year Consul General for academic year 2022 to 2023. Let me start by asking you a question. Have you ever heard of the word magis? Magis is a Latin word that means more or greater. As someone who is driven by passion to do magis at all times, serving for and with others is in my vocabulary. And it is my utmost honor to be of service to you, my fellow scholar ng bayan. Entering a new institution in the pandemic is hard, but we should not forget to make a new odyssey together. As we enter the University of the Philippines, Visayas, we are here for a purpose to soon embody honor and excellence in our everyday lives. And as early as now, we should apply it in our own little way. As for me, I want to embody our values as an ISKA and conglomerating it with a fire of service to others, to you, my fellow freshmen. I have been a student leader ever since I was in elementary, be it be in school or in extracurricular activities. However, as I was of service to others, I always kept in mind that I am here for a purpose. I was called to serve as an inspiration and to be a voice of others. As three words describe me, passionate, optimistic, and goal-oriented, I am passionate towards the call of service. I am optimistic of giving my best to and for the people, and I am goal-oriented to reach my goals and for the welfare of the community. As your aspiring first-year Consul General, I assure that I can give you the best of my abilities and to constantly improve my service to you. I have experience and handled varied positions in various organizations, and I assure you that my experiences will be flexible and accommodating to your needs and to the needs of others. As I advocate for an inclusive and equal governance, allow me to serve you with all of my heart and exemplify the standards of being a student leader for the betterment, not just for our organization, but for the welfare of the student body and the nation. Once again, I am Maureen Ann White Sobretado, running for the position of First-Year Consul General of UPV JPIA. Todo ang serbisyo kay Sobretado. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much, Maureen. That was really great. And finally, to our last candidate for the first year CG, let us give a warm virtual applause to Doriela Songkuya.
Hello po. Good afternoon, everyone, especially to my fellow freshies. I am Durala Sunkuya, speaking in front of you today, hoping to win your hearts and asking for your votes as I wish to be your first-year Consul General. So sino nga ba si Durala Sunkuya at bakit niya gusto maging first-year Consul General? Ako po ay mula sa Pavia, Iloilo at ang aking mga hilig ay kumanta, gumawa ng mga tula at spoken poetries, maglaro ng esports at sumali sa mga organisasyong naglalayong maglingkod. Kung ACADS po ang pag-uusapan, I was a consistent honor student when I was in elementary at West Visayas State University, and a consistent with high honor student in my high school years, finally obtaining highest honors during 10th grade at Pavia National High School. Currently, I am a college scholar of SM Foundation Incorporated. Outside the boundaries of ACADS naman po, presently, I am the finance head of Kabataan sa Kartilya ng Katipunan, Visayas Chapter, the SSG team leader of Project We Got Youth under the Leadership Community Program of Ayala Foundation Incorporated, and a member of the Santa Monica Youth Choir in Pavia. Formerly, I am the Vice President of the Supreme Student Government of Pavia National High School and the internal co-head of Public Engagement Committee of Pavianhon Youth for Lenny. Since I was in elementary, I've been consistently a part of classroom officers, student councils, and various clubs and organizations. If I were to share naman po some of my awards and achievements, the most notable for me was being recognized as the second district board member girl counterpart of Honorable June S. Mondihar during the celebration of Iloilo Province Linggo ng Kabataan Boy and Girl Officials 2022. I also gained national recognition through was the Kaisa ng Bayan Award and Natatanging Kabataang Katipunero. I was also recognized as the best leader during our Life Coach Seminar 2019 and was awarded with the Mayor Luigi Garaceta Excellence Award as one of the top 10 senior high school students of the municipality of Pavia. But beyond the credentials and achievements of Jarala Sunkuya, it's her dream to serve, her belief that she is destined to serve, and her dedication to serve. Jarala Sunkuya is a passionate, committed, and service-driven person. She has the heart for service, and she is willing to dedicate herself to service. That's why Jarala Sunkuya hopes to be your first-year Consul General, to serve you and the whole JPN community by representing our batch. With all my experiences and strengths I'm yet to unleash, I'm ready to commit myself in representing our batch to the Elder House and raise our batch's voice. With my burning passion to serve, I am ready to fulfill the role of a first-year Consul General and be a part of the UPV JPIA, kindled with a never subprime spirit. Again, Jarela Sungkuya po, ready to serve you. Kay Sungkuya, lahat makakaya. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jarella, for that heartfelt speech. And thank you once again, candidates, for taking time to introduce and campaign yourselves to your fellow classmates. There are so many amazing CGs this year, right, Pao?
Indeed, Shane. I can see very competent and potential leaders. And I bet these freshies are now having a hard time choosing which among the 5 candidates they will put their trust into.
That's right, Pao. Consul generals are basically the representatives of their batch who will raise concerns to the elder house. So, freshies, have you chosen your representative na?
Okay, so who will be your chosen representative for your batch, guys? And I think you've already been acquainted with each other since it's already the second week of class now. So, are you ready? Because as of this very moment, voting is now officially open for our applicants who aspire to be our very own first-year Consul General. So freshies, you may vote by scanning the QR code that is flashed on your screens. So after you have scanned the QR code, click Start, choose your CG, and submit your ballot. Then click Google and log in using your email. And once you have already logged in, cast your ballot to include your vote.
We would like to remind everyone that you have only 24 hours to vote, so don't forget to exercise your right. And also don't forget that you can only use one email in your voting. Your emails will be cross-checked with the emails that you used during the house sorting forms. If there is any suspicious accounts, your vote will not be counted.
Okay, so again, we would like to remind you that strictly no multiple email, guys. Okay, so now we have come to one of the most important parts of the event for this afternoon. It is to introduce to our dear freshies what UPV BSA Accountancy program is all about. And I bet a lot of you still have questions in mind about the course itself. So keep your questions on hand muna, guys, because We will have an open forum right after this segment where Ma'am Pai will answer those for you. So without further ado, may we call the head of the accounting department of the UPV College of Management, our Honorable Professor Maria Piedad Palacios.
Let's all give a warm virtual applause to Ma'am Pai.
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes po, ma'am.
Pwede pag-co-host lang ako. Okay, I will be presenting a number of slides. First of all, good afternoon, everyone. I thought Freshies lang ito. Yun pala, kompleto. So, thank you so much for all your support with the upper years, no? I would like to thank you for the warm welcome that you give to our Freshies and for all your support, no? So, for the Freshies naman, I would like to formally welcome you to the College of Management, Department of Accounting. No? So, I know you're feeling right now na medyo may excitement, may kaba, which is of course natural lang lahat yan, no? Kaya lahat tayo nag-undergo ng ganyang feelings, no? So, yung ano ko lang, yung assurance ko sa inyo is that narito yung inyong mga faculty, no? The faculty of the Department of Accounting, ako as the chair of the Department of Accounting, and your manangs and manongs, the upper years, no? Who will guide you in your journey towards becoming a certified public accountant. Okay, so without further ado, so I will start with my presentation. Slideshow, okay. Okay, so I will give you a tour, no, or an introduction to the BS Accountancy program. Okay, the BS Accountancy program is a 4.5-year course, no, or 9 semesters, no, for those who want to become certified public accountants or CPAs. So meaning 4 years at saka 1 semester. Okay. It was last revised in May 2018 to comply with the requirements of the PRC and the BOA. No? At the same time, another reason for the revision was the implementation of the K-12. Because prior to its revision in 2018, no, just to give you a little bit of background, it was a 5-year program. So before 5 years siya, ngayon, after 2018, 4.5 years. Okay, so ano ang pinaka-importante na malaman nyo? Ito talaga yung Bible nyo. Okay, we call this our study plan or what we call the BSA accounting curriculum. So actually makikita nyo yan sa CRS, no? So if you go over our CRS. So these are the different courses that you need to take per semester. Like for example, ngayon, first year kayo, first semester, you're supposed to take up GE Core, 2 subjects of GE Core, and then these subjects listed here, Stat 102, 101, and so on. For your accounting, no, so you're going to take up the basic accounting, which is BA 99.1, Fundamental Accounting Theory and Practice. Okay, so ano ang ibig sabihin ng GE Core? Okay, dalawa, ang meaning ng GE is General Education. So yung sinasabi natin na core, it means na talagang dapat i-take up mo yan. Hindi ka makagraduate kung hindi mo maubos yan. Ilan yung GE Core? 7. Okay? So dapat maubos mo talaga, you make sure na nakuha mo itong 7. Okay? That's why we call it GE Core. Aside from the GE Core, we have also what we call GE electives. So dapat 7 na GE Core at 5 GE electives. Why do we call it GE electives? Because ito, pwede mo ito na, what do you call that? Elective siya. So, ibig sabihin na pwede mo siyang hindi paglaruan. What do you call that? You can just select. Okay? Unlike sa GE Core, nga talagang required na talagang you have to take this up. So for the second semester, na first year nyo, after you're through with 99.1, you proceed to 99.2. What I want you to take note would be the prerequisite. What do we mean by prerequisite? Prerequisite means you cannot proceed with 99.2, no, unless you have taken up 99.1, which means na dapat napasa mo siya. Okay, 3 or better. No? So kailangan, prerequisite means kailangan i-take up mo muna siya. So sa second year naman, okay, these are your courses. You are supposed to take up GE Course 6, and then I will look into the accounting subjects. So if you look at the accounting subjects, that's BA 114.1. So accounting theory and practice, ano yung prerequisite 99.2? Meaning, when you take up 114.1 in your second year, dapat tapos na kayo at napasa nyo na ang 991 at saka 992. For the computer, meaning before you proceed to 183.2, dapat napasa mo na rin yung BA 183.1. Okay, so the same for the other prerequisites. Like for example, here, BA 170 in the second semester, dapat napasa mo na yung BA 101 and so on. So like BA 114.2, dapat napasa mo na ang BA 114.1. So importante talagang as much as possible, you follow, okay, yung study plan. Okay? So remember na pag hindi mo napasa yung isa, there is a big probability na magde-delay ka, especially if it is a 6-unit subject. Like for example, hindi mo napasa ang 114.1, hindi ka makaproceed sa 114.2. Hindi ka na makaproceed sa other accounting subjects in which BA 114.1 is a prerequisite. Okay? So importante talaga. Okay, sa third year, these are your subjects. Okay, so for the accounting part, narito na tayo sa elective. Okay, GE elective, meaning na on your second year, you're supposed to take up already the GE core. Wala kaso, no? If, for example, nakalimutan mo yung isang GE core, tapos nauna mo yung GE elective, okay lang. Basta, pagkatapos mo ng program sa 4.5 years, matapos mo yung 5 elective, GE elective, and 7 the GE core. Example, sa third year is BA 116. That's cost accounting. Yung prerequisite dito is BA 114.2, meaning you cannot proceed with BA 116 unless natapos mo na ang 114.1 and 114.2. Okay, so importante talaga yung word na prerequisite. Okay, so third year, second sem, again, you have the 2 GE electives, and then these are your subjects and their corresponding prerequisites. Okay, then fourth year, narito, and then meron tayong practicum. Okay, so that is in your fourth year na mid-year. Mid-year means like summer, no? So we have BA 195.1, Public Accounting Practice 1. It's like an internship program, no, in which mag-i-intern ka, no, sa mga accounting firms like SGB and so on. Then on the fifth year, this is already your last sem, no? You make sure na sa last sem mo na fully complied mo na lahat ng GE mo. Actually dapat sa fourth year mo, no, na second sem, saka fifth year wala ka ng GE. Okay? You're supposed to concentrate on all your remaining accounting subjects. Okay, so sa fifth year, these are all your subjects, no? So medyo matagal-tagal pa yan. Okay, but these are all your subjects. Okay, I discussed earlier about GE Core. GE Core, these are the 7 subjects that you are required to take. So dapat meron kang arts, Comten, ethics. Yung number 4, you either take one lang. Either you take history 1 or CAS, kasaysayan. Okay? So hindi pwede na dalawa yung i-take mo. Pili ka lang ng isa. Either you take history 1 or CAS 1. And then after that, you have to take math 10, STS, and Wika. Okay, so dapat upusin mo yan yung 7. With regards to GE elective, these are our usual GE electives. Phil Arts, SAS, Science 10, Science 11, Socsci 5, and Aquasci. Yung kailangan natin 5 lang. Okay, so out of the 6, pili ka lang ng 5. So merong isa dyan na pwede mong hindi i-take up. Okay, so clear has 7 na GE core and 5 na GE electives. Okay, we go to the most important part. Okay, starting this semester, okay, na-lift na. Okay, so we're going to implement already, continue implementing what we call the BSA retention policy. So what is the retention policy? You have to have a grade of 2 or better for 4 subjects. And what are these 4 subjects? 99.1, that is what you are taking right now, Fundamental Accounting Theory and Practice 1. BA 99.2, which is a continuation of 99.1. BA 114.1 and BA 114.2. So with regards to these 4 accounting subjects, dapat yung grade mo is 2 or better. Paano kung yung grade mo is lower than 2? Okay, so meaning hindi ka ma-retain sa program and you need to shift to another course. Okay? Pagkatapos mo kuha, for example, these are actually first year and second year subjects. What will happen sa mga succeeding years, mga third year, fourth year, and fifth year? You are required to maintain a JPIA or General Weighted Average of 2.5 or better in all other subjects, which includes your other accounting subjects and even your GE. Paano mag-compute ng JPIA? Yung JPIA, kinocompute siya on a yearly basis, which means nga kung sa first sembe, yung JPIA mo is 2.75 but nagbawi ka ng second sem, yung JPIA mo naging 2. So, pwede kang ma-retain kasi that's 2 more or less, that's better than 2.5. Okay, so ang computation ng JPIA natin is annual. Okay, or per semester, rather per academic year. Okay. Okay, we go to the latest OVPAA memo 2022-127, which will be implemented starting academic year 2022-2023. Number 1, under this memo is the enforcement of academic delinquency rules. Remember that during the pandemic, this was suspended. So starting this semester, ibabalik siya ulit. Ito yung mga warning, probation, dismissal, permanent disqualifications, which I will discuss in the succeeding slide. Next is the BSA retention policy. Again, during the pandemic, this was suspended. So, ibabalik na ulit. So, therefore, you are affected. And then the maximum residency rule. No? So, again, I will discuss that further in the next slide. The prerequisites. Kasi before, nagwi-waiver tayo. Ina-allow namin because during the pandemic, this was suspended. However, starting second semester, okay, hindi na tayo mag-waiver unless in meritorious cases. Sa grading system before, during the pandemic, there was a suspension of the fail policy. So ngayon, lifted na siya, meaning you can get a grade of 4 or 5. Pwede kang ma-fail starting this semester. So if you're not doing well, no, or failure ka talaga, your teacher can give you a grade of 4 or 5. Then also i-implement again ang deadline for dropping and leave of absence, and then the attendance. Kasi before, attendance is not part of the grading system. Okay, so right now it will be part of your grading system. Okay, what is our grading system? Okay, I do not know what was your grading system during high school, but here in UP, eto siya, ang yung grade natin is like 1, 1.25, no? So it is by 0.25 na interval. So 1, 1.25, 1.5, 1.75, 2, 2.25, and so on. So ito yung equivalent niya. So kung 1 ka, excellent, very good, good, satisfactory. Ano yung ating passing? 3. Okay? Ano meaning ng 4? 4 means conditional or removal, no? So meaning, for example, medyo alanganin ka, okay? So you need to take the removal exam. Once you have a grade of 4 and you take the removal exam, you can either get a grade of 3 or 5. No? Meaning, pag nag-take ka ng removal exam, pwedeng makapasa ka, so meaning 3 ka, or pwedeng mag-fail ka, 5 ka. Okay? So how long can you take? For example, yung teacher mo nagbigay sa iyo ng grade of 4. Okay, you are given like 1 academic year or 1 year in which you can remove the 4. Walang bayad mag-remove if it is within the removal period. However, for example, nag-remove ka and it's not within the removal period, may bayad siya like, I think it's 10 pesos. No, it's 20 pesos yata. 10 or 20, I forgot. Ang 5 is failure. INC is incomplete. Incomplete means, for example, may kulang ka na pasa na assignment. or may exam ka nga kulang, so yung teacher mo nagbigay sa iyo ng grade na incomplete. What are you going to do with the incomplete? So what you're going to do is to ask your teacher, no, na i-complete mo. Like for example, you pass the remaining assignments or whatever are the requirements na kulang sa'yo. Okay, you are given 1 year to pass or to remove the incomplete. So what will happen, for example, no, kung hindi mo na-remove ang incomplete mo or your conditional grade of 4. Remember, you're given only 1 year. Pag hindi mo siya na-remove yung 4 and incomplete within 1 year, you have to retake the subject. So meaning nga, dapat within 1 year, ma-remove mo yung 4 and ma-complete mo yung incomplete mo so that you will be given a numeric grade. Okay, next slide. Okay, I think I mentioned this already. If your grade is incomplete, no, and 4, kung gusto mo siyang i-remove without a fee, you have to do that during the regular date for the removal of the incomplete and the 4. However, for example, natapos na yung removal date, you just have to pay a fee, but you can still remove it. Magbabayad ka lang. I think sa incomplete, 10 pesos, and then sa 4 is 20 pesos. Okay, we go to university scholarships. No? So, for example, your grade is 1.45 or better in a semester. No? So, you will be given, you will be listed as a university scholar. No? So, general weighted average mo is 1.45 or better or 1.25 or better. University scholar ka. Okay, usually this is given on a per semester basis. Paano naman kung ang general weighted average mo is 1.75 or better or 1.5 or better, dean's list ka or you are what we call a college scholar. Okay? Okay, what are the additional requirements for honorific scholarship? For example, gusto mo mag-Latin honors, no? So like you want to be a cum laude, magna cum laude. So very important ito na tandaan mo nga dapat yung imong units, no, hindi siya bababa sa 15 units. Okay? In addition to the general weighted average prescribed, the student must take at least 15 units of academic credit. What if there was a semester na 12 units ka, nag-underload ka or nag-9 units ka, hindi ka pwede mag-Latin honors. Okay? So dapat hindi ka maka-below 15 units in any semester. Tapos, what are the other requirements? You must not have a grade below 3. So, kung gusto mo maging cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude, wala ka dapat grade na 4 or 5. Okay? So, kung may grade ka na 4 or 5, even if binawi mo siya sa other subjects, hindi ka pwede maka-Latin honors. Okay? Also, if you have a grade of incomplete, it must be completed by the end of the semester. Okay? Yung iba, hindi naman siya importante. Ano ko lang importante? Okay, what about scholastic delinquency? Okay, what do we mean by warning? Warning is any students who obtain grades at the end of the semester below 3. When say below 3, you get a grade of 4 or 5 in 25% to 49% of the total number of academic units enrolled in that semester. For example, ngayon, 19 units ka. Okay, so 19 units times 0.25, no? So 19 times 0.25, that's 4.75. So for example, sa dalawang subject, okay, 5 ka, that's a warning. Okay? So warning pa lang siya. What will happen in the following semester? You can still take the regular load. However, sa probation naman, a probation is one in which you obtain a grade below 3, meaning below 3, you get a grade of 4 or 5 in 50% to 75% of the total academic units enrolled. So for example, 19 units ka, tapos na-fail mo ang 10 units. So probation ka, meaning 10 units around 3 subjects or 4 subjects. Okay? So ano meaning ng probation? Pag probation ka, sa succeeding semester, you can only take up to 12 units. Okay? Then what about dismissal? Dismissal is any student who at the end of the semester obtain grades below 3 in more than 75% but less than 100% of the total number of academic units. Okay, so actually, in-lift ko na siya sa academic, yung sinasabi ko sa in-lift ko siya sa academic catalog natin, academic guidebook. So kung gusto niyo pa rin na tingnan ang mga rules, no, I suggest you look at the academic guidebook which you can find in the CRS. Nandiyan sa CRS academic guidebook. This is where I got all the information. Any student in probation accordance with the preceding rule which again fails in 50% or more. For example, probation ka na. Tapos nag-fail ka ulit ng lahat ng subject mo. So pwede kang ma-dismiss. Okay? So basahin nyo lang yan. Yung mga importante yung inaano ko. Okay, what about leave of absence? For example, nagkasakit ka. Okay? Or gusto mo lang mag-leave of absence. You can do so. Okay? You should write a letter of petition saying that you're going to apply for a leave of absence to the dean. You should state the reason why you want to apply for a leave of absence. Okay? The leave of absence should not exceed 1 year but may be renewed for at least another year. Okay? When not taken in 2 consecutive years, the aggregate leave of absence should not exceed 2 years. So, pwede mag-leave of absence ka this year and then after that, nagbalik ka, tapos again, nag-leave of absence ka. Basta hindi siya pwede 2 years na successive. A student who needs to go on leave of absence beyond the allowable period of 2 years should be advised to apply for honorable dismissal. Okay? And then, of course, the college should the dean or his representative shall inform the university registrar. Maximum residence rule. Anong ibig sabihin ng MRR? Ibig sabihin ito ang maximum stay mo sa UP with that degree program, which is equal to kung pila yung total number of academic year natin sa BSA is 4.5, no? 4 years and a half. So 4.5 times 1.5. So meaning, dapat matapos mo yung BSA, yung BS accountancy mo by maximum of 6.75 years. More or less 7 years. No? So hindi ka na dapat mag-go beyond 7 years. Okay, dropping of subjects. Student, it is your right to drop the subject. No? So for example, nahihirapan ka, feeling mo ano gusto mong i-drop, you may do so. Or pwede din, yung faculty may also drop a student. No? So pwede yung faculty, pwede ikaw mismo nag-drop ng subject. Okay. What if, for example, may mga shifties, no? Okay, who wants to transfer to the BS accountancy program? Okay. So for those who want to shift to BS accountancy, dapat may minimum na 1 year ka or at least 30 units. If within CU, when say within CU, for example, galing ka sa Los Baños or galing ka sa Diliman, okay? Galing ka sa UP. Yung requirement natin is a GWA, general weighted average of 1.75 or better. Again, depending on the availability of slots because that is subject to ranking. Meaning, it does not mean na kung 1.75 ka or better is automatically ma-admit ka kasi depende yon kung ilang slots ang available. For example, 2 slots lang yung available tapos 5 kayo nag-a-apply. Siyempre, i-rank yan. Okay? So, kahit na better ka sa 175 pero mas maraming mas better sa iyo. And 2 lang yung pwedeng i-accommodate. Okay. If you want to transfer from other schools, the GWA is 1.5. For example, galing ka ng CPU, galing ka ng San Agustin, you want to transfer to the BSA program. And again, depending on the availability of slots and the ranking. Okay, I go to my last slide, which is practical tips. This is based on my experience. So again, you can have other tips, no? So how do you survive the BSA program? No? So number 1 is, if you want to be a CPA, the preparation does not start sa upper years, okay? Dapat pag-umpisa mo pa lang na nag-decide ka nga you want to enroll in BS Accountancy, it means na dapat dedicated ka na, dapat prepared ka na, okay? Kasi yung ibang students, akala nila yung preparation sa 4th year lang, sa 5th year, pag malapit ka na mag-take ng board exam, no. Because yung foundation starts from the first year. Okay? Pagpasok mo pa lang na pag-enroll mo, dapat nag-umpisa na yung preparation. Hindi na ang preparation sa 4th year lang, sa 5th year, no. Okay? So, dapat importante na ibigay mo ang iyong puso. Okay? Sa iyong degree program, your chosen degree program. So, what do I mean by ibigay mo yung puso? It takes a lot of hard work, I'm telling you, sacrifices. So, pero hindi naman lahat puro sacrifice. Siyempre may may ups and may downs, no? Siyempre may mga joys tayo dyan. May kompleto, recados yung feelings natin. Pero what I'm trying to say is, dapat ngayon pa lang, prepared na tayo. Okay? And it takes, hindi, ako yata sabihin ko sa inyo, hindi easy maging CPA. I'm telling you. So, dapat ilagay nyo sa isip nyo, kailangan talaga ipubus ko yung aking puso at isip sa aking na-desisyonan na kurso, no? The course that I want to take. So, it means it has to be both your heart and your mind. Next is support, no? So, as I was telling you earlier, all your teachers are behind you. Andito lang kami in case you want to confide with us, you need our help and support. We are here, your friends, your family, kasi kailangan mo na support, lahat ng support financial, emotional, social, and so ever. So kailangan mo talaga yung meron kang mga friends, yung family mo andyan sa'yo, and so on, then yung mga upperclassmen, so importante yan. Okay, ang akin ding advice is develop good relationships, no? And camaraderie with your classmates, with your batchmates and your upper class manongs and manams. Importante 'yon. Kasi kailangan mo sa journey mo, no? Siyempre, gusto mong ma-reach yung goal mo. Kailangan mo people behind you, no? Na mag-guide sa'yo. So, kailangan mo to yung mga batchmates mo, yung mga upper class students, no? Next is, if you need help, seek help if needed. So, anong help yung sasabi? For example, no, hindi mo alam kung dapat mag-seek ka ng help sa authority. Like for example, hindi mo alam kung anong subject i-take up mo. So, you ask advice not from your classmates, but from people who have the authority. Like for example, ask a help sa advisor mo, ma'am, anong subject ang i-take up ko? Close na itong subject na to, ano pwede ko i-substitute? Or you ask advice from the college sec office. Hindi ka mag-ask ng help sa mga classmates mo kasi they are not people of authority. Baka mali yung i-advise sa'yo. Okay? So kung kailangan mo ng help, seek help from people with authority. And then, of course, may mga deadlines tayo, like deadlines of dropping, deadlines of leave of absence, end of classes, and so on. So, advise that you always check the CRS. So, meron tayo dyan academic calendar. Okay, so go over it. Okay, and what else? I think that's it. So, I hope that I gave you a little bit of information regarding our BS Accountancy program. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much for that very informative speech, Ma'am Pai. I'm sure maraming na-note, hindi lang ang ating mga freshies, pati na rin ang ating upper class. And maybe there are a lot to keep in mind, freshies, but I hope that Ma'am Pai's speech has been truly helpful to you. And indeed, a way to survive the BS in Accountancy program is to build a great foundation right from the very start. Or as Ma'am Pai stated, dapat ngayon pa lang, prepared na both your mind and heart.
So far, kamusta na ang lahat? Okay pa ba kayo? Can we see some reactions from our science family, especially our freshies? Alam mo pa, feel ko na-excite yung freshies natin sa BSA program. Comment naman dyan mga freshies kung na-excite kayo sa lahat ng narinig nyo from Ma'am Pai.
Okay, so feel ko, parang hindi naman sila kinabahan, no? Parang kaya-kaya naman. Okay, so alright.
But to give further light to things that you are still confused about or for questions that you still have at the back of your minds, we will be having an open forum with Ma'am Pai.
So for those who want to speak here and personally ask questions to our faculty, feel free to raise your hand first to be recognized and unmute for your questions. So for some who want to ask anonymously, Just utilize the Zoom chat box.
All right. So good afternoon, Freshies. Good afternoon, Ma'am Pai. I'll be facilitating this Ma'am Pai for the very in-depth na introduction of the UPV BSA program. Kaya siguro na-answer na lahat yung mga questions so far ng ating Freshies because we previously sent Google Forms po for their question. But still, there are questions here, Ma'am Pai. So our first question po, if ever na hindi kami mapalad, ma'am, na ma-retain, can we still pursue BS in accountancy after we've finished our first bachelor's degree?
Can I answer the question? Sorry, I'm here.
Go, sir.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The question is, kung wala na retain, then you shifted to another degree program and you finished that degree program. After finishing that degree program, you will again enroll in our BS accountancy. Is that it? Tama ba? No, we don't allow that. We don't allow that anymore. So definitely, parang like a second course. No, we don't allow. We don't accept it. No longer.
Thank you so much, sir.
If you really want to pursue your accountancy degree or program, we siguro we recommend in other schools because there were students before actually who were not retained and they pursued because they really want accounting. No, they really want accounting. They pursued their CPA dream to graduate as accountancy in other schools. But in our program, we don't allow that.
Thank you so much, sir. Wala ka na po i-add, Ma'am Pai? Alam, siguro. Here's our second question po, ma'am and sir. I just want to ask po if only 99 and 114 lang ang may retention grade?
Ma'am Pai? Yes. Yes. Yeah, the retention policy, Ma'am Pai. Ikaw na lang, Ma'am Pai.
Sorry, I was talking to another faculty.
The question, ma'am, was only 99 and 114 lang ang may retention grade?
Yes, mali po subjects, 991, series yan 991.1, 991.2, 114.1, and 114.2. Okay, yun lang yung may 2 or better. The others, G1 na lang.
But of course, they need to remember that you need to maintain a GWA of 2.5 or better. That would be all throughout up to your 4th year.
Okay, thank you so much, sir and ma'am. Here's the next question po. With the retention policy, may yearly exam pa rin po ba ang BSA students?
We don't have yearly, if you're referring to a qualifying exam, we don't do that. We have no qualifying exam for our students.
We only have the retention policy, but wala tayong qualifying exam.
The exam would be the exam of your that particular course, no? If you're in your first year, so 991 comprehensive exam, 992 comprehensive exam, 114.1 and 114.2. And of course, exams in your other courses. But in general, no qualifying exam that will determine whether you will be allowed to
proceed to the next
proceed to the next year level. No, we don't have that particular exam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Here's another question po. If for subjects na the retention grade is not lower than 2.0, what if we do get a lower grade than 2.0? Are we not allowed to retake the subject? Shift na po ba agad?
Sorry, to retake the 114.1 and 991?
Yes, sir. They're asking if the retention grade is lower
You're
than...
You're not allowed to retake it. Parang gina-circumvent natin ang rule. No? And that is not acceptable. That's why you assess, no, for the student, you assess whether you're ready. You can actually have a choice. You can drop the course and repeat it. Okay, so take note of the dropping deadline. And then repeat that maybe to really prepare now. No, I don't know what would be what your problem is, no, but maybe to prepare yourself better, you can drop the course and retake it. But not that you finish it and you have a grade and then you will retake it just to get the 2 or 0. No. Okay. And take note that we have the maximum residency rule in UP. What if you end up repeating all the degree the courses, 'di ba? So you end up you exceed the maximum residency rule. Mampay, you have something to say?
Yes, what the Sir Tope is saying is once you have a grade already for those subjects, like for example, you already took up 99.1, 99.2, and you got a grade of say 2.5, 2.5. So meaning, hindi ka na pwede kasi you're out already because of the retention policy, you will be out of the program. However, for example, no, hindi ka pa nakakuha ng grade, like in the middle of the SEM, like na-notice mo talagang nahirapan ka or talagang hindi mo kaya, then pwede kang mag-drop during the dropping period. No? So, hindi mo na antayin na bigyan ka ng grade na lower than 2. So, magda-drop ka. And you have to retake it. Okay? But you are still part of the program. Okay? Kasi wala ka namang grade, drop ka lang naman. So, you have to retake the subject, but you are still within the BSA program.
Alright, Ma'am Sir, we are down to our last 2 questions na lang po. The next question, included po ba ang PE and NSTP in completing our GWA?
Yes. That was emphasized to me earlier in the second.
NSTP and PE?
No. Ang NSTP and PE, sir, ang included, sir, sa 4. Dapat wala kang, sorry ha, na-confuse ako.
Yeah. For the GWA,
hindi ka dapat mag-rate ng 4 or 5 sa PE at sa NSTP, pero hindi siya included sa GWA.
GWA, no, not included.
Pero dapat, for example, Latin honors, sorry ha, na-confuse ako kasi I was thinking of the Latin honors. Hindi ka maka-Latin honors, no, if you have an NSTP grade and a PE grade of 4 or 5. Okay. Pero hindi siya included sa GWA. Yeah.
In all courses, a drop, an incomplete, a drop, a 5 or a 4, you lose your chance of graduating with honor. But for GWA computation, NSTP and PA, they are excluded.
Okay, thank you po. Our last question, medyo they need answers po talaga nito. Is there a chance po ba, ma'am and sir, that the freshies would conduct face-to-face classes next semester? But if not this semester po, are we allowed to go to school lang?
For this semester, you are allowed to go to school and avail of the services. No? The library, of course, you had your orientation, I think, of the library services earlier this morning. No? You can go to school. You can even use our learning hub. You finalize the guidelines. No? You can use that as long as you inform. You are free to go and visit and have a feel of the campus. Basi ma-inspire ka mo if you visit our campus. No? But you're free. As to the face-to-face for second semester, we are still studying it, and so we will provide, we will issue our just in case now if we will have our face-to-face classes for the first year this second semester. Mampay, may ano ka?
Yes, also we are waiting also for additional guidelines. And remember, wala pa sa guidelines, so we are still waiting for that.
Yeah. So as of now, siguro for our first year, you think that the entire academic year, it will be like a remote, just in case.
Alright, so far wala naman pong further questions ngayong Freshie. So thank you so much, Sir Tope and Ma'am Pai, for facilitating us here in our open forum. I'll hand you over to the host. Thank you so much po.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your activity.
So that's it for our open forum. Thank you, Mampai and Dean Honorario. To our freshies, I hope all of the things that you have heard regarding the BSA program would not discourage you. Rather, it would inspire you to take on the challenge of pushing through the accountancy program.
Okay, we would like to thank Ma'am Pai and Sir Tope for answering the questions of our freshies. And also, thank you to all those who sent their questions to us. If you have further concerns, do not hesitate to ask any of the UPV JPIA officers or your manongs and manangs which are also here to guide you.
And now we would like to request everyone to please again turn on your cameras for our photo op with Mampai and Dean Honorario. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, smile.
Okay, next page. 1, 2, 3, smile. And last one. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay.
So thank you so much. Now that we have come to the end of our program, we have our very hardworking advisor of the UPV JPIA, Ma'am Ruel Cerillo, to give us the closing remarks.
Hello, everyone. So first, thank you for attending Premiere, the Freshie orientation hosted by JPIA. I know most of you are still really excited in this new chapter in your life, and I really hope this activity added to that excitement. So earlier, you were able to learn more about the BSA program and what to expect during your stay here in the university. So always take note of those practical tips. Sabi nga ni Ma'am Pai kanina, the preparation of being an accountant starts now, even in your first year. And I think also you were introduced earlier to the four houses. So excited na ba kayo to be like part of vegan? How about Rishu? We also have Scoutson and Barfield. Or maybe you want to be part of the Elder House. So I know your amazing Manongs and Manangs from the Elder House still have a lot of activities waiting for all of you. So, antay-antay lang tayo ng updates dun sa Facebook page ng UPV-JPIA. And also now as freshies in the University of the Philippines, always remember to uphold our values, honor and excellence. So always strive to do well during your stay here in the university. And always remember, we are here to guide you. If ever may mga topics na you are curious about na hindi na-discuss kanina sa program or during the open forum, I'm sure na yung Elder House, yung mga upper class nyo, and even us, faculty, would be glad to help you. So again, thank you for joining this event. Expect more exciting activities in the coming week. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much for that, Ma'am Roel.
Again, we would like to remind everyone, especially our freshies, to stay tuned until the very end because we will have a very special gift awaiting for you guys. And now to officially end this program, let's now sing the UP Naming Mahal. Before anything else, please make sure to answer the evaluation sheet. You can access it by scanning the QR code or clicking the evaluation link in the Zoom chat box.
Again, make sure to answer the evaluation sheet, and you can access it by scanning the QR code or clicking the evaluation link in the Zoom chat box. So, well, that's it for our freshman orientation for the academic year 2022 to 2023. On behalf of the UPV JPIA officers, we would like to give our warmest thank you for actively participating in today's events.
We are looking forward to seeing all of you at our future events and activities.
So it is with great pleasure to have each and every one of you. And see you only here in UPV JPIA, where JPians never stop prime.
Again, I am your Manong Shane.
And I am your Nang Bao.
Thank you and good afternoon once again. Okay, so you can access the Freshie Handbook and the QR code flashed in your screens.
So again, good afternoon to everyone and thank you for attending your Freshie orientation. Thank you so much.